Oh, sorry, I always end up accidentally doing it in portrait mode, and I can't abide portrait mode, so then I have to reset and do it in landscape mode. Hi, everybody. Oh, hey, let me put these in. It's been a bit of a morning. That's my camera, right? Yeah. All right. Hearing aid. Hearing aid out. That goes in. All right, let's see here. Make sure they're on the AirPods. There we go, AirPods. Hi, everybody. Well, I'm assuming, Kristen, you'll tell me if this isn't working, but it says that I'm live. Everybody, welcome to the third and a half week of sheltering in place. There's a movement afoot on Twitter over the last couple of days to stop calling it social distancing and calling it physical distancing. And I really dig that. You know what I've got to do? I'll be right back. I noticed that I have an issue with my camera in that there's this thing in which, like, when you've got a phone in front of you and you're interacting with it, you're looking. Yeah, it's natural to me to look at the face, which is my face, which is sitting right there. However, I was watching some of the one-day builds I shot in the shop last week, and I noticed that in every single one of them, I look like my eyes are a little cross-eyed, and it's because I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at the image. And just the television producer in me is like, that's problematic. So I'm going to put a piece of bright colored tape. I'm putting a piece of bright colored tape pointing at my lens so that I can remind myself to look at that and not at my own beautiful face. Ha ha ha. All right, here we go. Putting a big triangle here. Let's see, where is that? Is it, right? Yeah. So if I do that, it doesn't inhibit the microphone or you, and now I know where to look. Well, hello, everybody. I hope that this online there we go, looking there. I hope that this online session finds you all healthy and relatively surviving the quarantine. It is a fascinating and weird time. I'm really understanding that old curse, may you live in interesting times, because these times are about as interesting as it gets, and that's intense. I have just cracked myself Diet Bundaberg beer, and so I'm ready to start taking your questions. Oh, also, by the way, before I start answering questions, usually on Tested, when we shoot videos, I clean up before a video. I set up the shop and all that. So for the most part, every video you see on Tested, or that I do kind of for anybody from the cave, you get to see the cave in its sort of pristine pre-project state every time. I'm here to tell you, the cave is not in that state today. No. My shop is not getting cleaned with the alacrity that it often gets cleaned. It is a bit of a crap hole right there. I had a few N95 masks left over from last year's fires, but they had the valve in the center. And the valve in the center, these masks only do half of the equation. That if you have a mask with a valve in the center, what you need to know is that it's protecting you on the in-breath, but on the out-breath, that valve lets your breath just go out. So if you're like inside the mask, your cough goes out that valve. Work on some masks this weekend for myself and the family. And my wife pulled out an old pillowcase, and my new wonderful friend, Mary Robinette Cowell, had modified this existing pattern to be super simple. We actually talked about it on the Tested podcast yesterday, and we provided a link to her build page. This is a very comfortable mask. 3 pipe cleaners in the nose was the was the piece de resistance. And I'm very pleased about this, and I'm no longer a danger to society. Okay, so let's start taking your questions. Did you pick up the organizational skills from Jamie in the way he had M5 set up, or were you already organizing like that? This because it was working in Jamie's shop on Mythbusters, in which I came to the understanding that every shop is itself a philosophy about how to work. Hold on just a second. Again, the pollen blooms. I am going to use some of my precious toilet paper as a nose blowing. There we go. I don't know about you, but I find when I fold my toilet paper, I get more use out of it. So I appreciated something greatly about Jamie's organization. I really like the idea of everything being visible. That's an impressive thing. And you know, on a cursory level, it's totally clear that within Mythbusters, I was the one more concerned with aesthetics than Jamie. And that was often a point of contention. You know, I'm the one who painted flames on the hood of the car, and he used to get pissed off about that. At the same time, I don't want anyone to go away with the impression that Jamie is anti-aesthetics, because everything about his shop is about the aesthetics of the place to work and the stuff he hangs from the ceiling. All of that is like he's designing a space he wants to work in. So he's not like a, you know, he's not like a Luddite. What do you call someone who's anti-aesthetic? I mean, he's not anti-aesthetic at all. So the aesthetic that he had of all of his stuff up there and visible is something shop, and he had one drawer for hammers. And I talk about this in Every Tool's a Hammer in my book. That like I'd be in the machine shop and I'd need a thwacker for something, and I'd have to walk all the way across Jamie's shop to get to it. Let's see. I'm buffering a lot apparently. Do I have Dropbox sync off? Oh, you know what? Let's hang on. Let's do that. No, I don't have Dropbox on the phone. All right. I'm sorry if I'm buffering.
Oh, apparently I'm live.